Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. So I'm Yash and today we will be learning how to get data from API, external endpoints, uh, like JSON, all that stuff. Then we will use that data and put it inside a table view, and this is how it will look. We will also learn how to download images from external URLs. Same thing, we will get image URLs from the API and download them and display them. Here is a demo project I worked on earlier, and we have a bunch of like heroes. This are from game Dota, if you don't know. And you can click on the cell and it will take you to another view controller with more details. And this image you see here, it's downloaded from the URL, and I'll show you the API in a second. So let's do this. And you just saw that it just got downloaded. After downloading, it gets cached, so that's why like once I go back and open it, it's like pretty instant. And let me show you the endpoint. So this is the API endpoint we'll be using, and that's that. And you can see here, like here we get the image. It's not a URL, but it's a path. So we just put this here, and you will see. So I'm excited. So let's get started. I'll go back here and let's create a new Xcode project, and I'll say app iOS. Make sure it's iOS app. Hit next, and let's say I'll say YT for YouTube. This is my release video, that's why. And we will name it, let's say API table view and image. Okay. Make sure language is Swift and interface is storyboard. Hit next. And I'll save it under YouTube. You can save it wherever you like. And we are here. So it's a brand new project. And let me just go ahead and run my app so that we don't see old app again. Okay, we are good to go. So let's start with our main controller. First, we will click here and we will embed in a navigation controller. So just navigation controller, and boom, it's here. Next, we will add one more view controller. So let's say view controller from object library, and let's just align it. Okay, just fine. Next, we will control click here, and we will say show for segue, and we will name it. Make sure you click here, and then we'll go to identity inspector. Man, every time I add a view controller, it messes it. Oh no, it's here. My bad. So here, we'll for identifier we will say right here, show details, and hit enter. Next, we will add table view from object library. So let's say table view, and just put it here. And we need image view, and just place it here. And we need one label. My mouse is really sensitive, so it's right here. No need to search, and just put it here. Let's treat the label first. Bump the size to 25 and make sure it's center aligned so that it looks good. And now we can create a couple of duplicates. So 2, 3, 4. And let's start giving constraints. So first select table view, and we will say let's do 0 from top, 0 from left, 0 from right, and 0 from bottom. And make sure constraint to margin is selected, and just hit add constraints. Next, we will give constraints to our image view, and it's going to be 25 from top, and nothing else. Then we will have a fixed width and height of let's do 200 by 200, and add 3 constraints. Okay, you will see this red lines. This means that we still need to give a constraint how it should fit, like horizontally. So we will do horizontally in container and all blue. That's good. Now let's work on the label. I do have a previous video doing pretty much same thing, but I did not give constraints that time. This time we'll learn something new. We will create a stack view for all this. Pretty simple stuff. Make sure you select all the labels and hit embed in with stack view, and you can see this now. And you can see stack view here as well, and make sure stack view is selected, and okay, like this, and then we will give constraints to our stack view. So it will be 25 from top, 20 from left, 20 from right, and once again 25 from bottom, and constraints to margin is selected. And okay, labels don't look pretty good, so once again we will select our stack view and we'll make some changes there. So click stack view, and distribution will be fill equally, and we will have alignment center. Now our labels are still not, like you can see, it's like snug. We want them to take full width. So here, go ahead and select all 4 labels, and we will say 0 from left and 0 from right. Now this constraints are like they will be 0 to stack view. So okay, perfect. And let's just name them so that we know. So it's going to be name of the hero, attribute, and here we can have attack type, and here we will have legs. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and create one file. So basically we are done with all the storyboard part, and now we will code some good stuff, and we will do new file, and this time it's going to be Cocoa Touch class, and this is for details for heroes, right? So let's name it hero view controller. Make sure you are subclassing it from UI view controller, language is Swift, hit next, and just hit create. Okay, so we have it here. And so what I did, like the file was open, and like if you go ahead and click this, it will close, but instead of that you can hit Command W, and just a small shortcut, right? It's all about speed, right? And now, like every time I create a new file, I don't know, somehow I don't see all the stuff here, so I need to close this, and I'll open Xcode again, and I'll make sure I select YT here, just a second, and coming back, YT right here. Okay, we are back. So yeah, I was saying select this and make sure you go to this. I think it's come on, I think it's class inspector. Anyways, make sure you type hero view controller and hit enter in class. Now we need to attach all this stuff so that we can access all this elements. Open up your assistant editor, and let's start with the table view. So click here and click here. Make sure view controller file is on the right, and we will control drag here, and let's just call it table view and connect. Next we will do connections for this guy here, a little bit on the top. Okay, let's start with the image view, control drag, and let's call it hero image. Next we need name. Let's do it from here. You can do it from here as well. So control drag, and we will say name label. And just to be a little faster, we can do this, copy, paste, and just rename this to attribute label. Oops. And we'll name this attack label and legs label, and now we can connect it from here. So attribute and attack and legs. Okay, so we are done with all the connections. let's get to code, right? The best part. Click on view controller. Let's start by downloading JSON. So we need one more file here, and we will say new file. And this time it's going to be Swift file, and we will name it hero stats. And you should see it here. And this it's going to be a structure. So struct hero stats, and we will so conform to decodable, and we will have some stuff here. So all this like variable names should match this. So let's start with localized name and go back. So we will say let localized name is equal is string. Let we will have primary attribute, and it's going to be string as well, and this is going to be a tag type. Please make sure you copy and paste all these keys. Like if they don't match, you will get some sort of error. Maybe I can show you what happens if they don't match. And we will get legs from here, and legs are going to be integer, and let image is going to be string, like okay, right here. Okay, and I guess we are done with this part. Let's hop over to our view controller, and let's download the image first. So we will say func download JSON. So like download JSON data, that's what I mean. And here we'll say let URL, and you will get the URL from the API. Let's do it from here, and I'll just say copy and back to Xcode, and we will say URL from string and just paste it here. Next we'll do URL session.shared.data task with URL and completion handler, and our URL will be force unwrapped, and here we will have data response and error. So we'll only move forward if we have no error. So we'll say error is equal to nil. Then we'll do some stuff here. So we will be decoding JSON data right here. So I'll say, so first we need an array to store all this data, right? So let's do heroes, and it's going to be of type hero stats and brackets right there. And here we will say self.heroes is equal to JSON decoder brackets dot decode, and this is going to be of hero stats dot self, and data is going to be data. So basically this data is this variable right here. Pretty simple stuff. After we get the data, we need to do some stuff right here. Basically what we will be doing is we will be reloading our table view. So we need to perform some stuff once we know we fetch the data. So do some stuff here, right? So I'll be using closures for that, and let's do completed, and this is going to be a function, and here, and we'll just say dispatch queue dot main dot async, and we'll just say completed. And why is it yelling? Okay, variable heroes, no initialization, unexpected. Okay, self.heroes, and here we need try because it's going to, and here, so with try you need to put it inside do block, and we will catch, and here we will just say error fetching data from API, and let's see why is it yelling at me. And I think if I run it, it should work. Okay, build failed. Wow, strange. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been doing some JavaScript stuff, so anyways, cool. So here, escaping closure capture. Okay, So it's yelling because I need to put at escaping here. Okay, cool. Let's run it. So basically build is succeeding. We need to put this we need to call the function. So we'll say download JSON and just print out success, and let's run it again, and we should see success right over here. Okay, we are forgetting one thing. So whenever we use URL session like this, we need to add .resume. Okay, and let's try again. So shortcut for running the app is Command R. One more shortcut to learn. So we see success here. So the error which I was talking about, let's say you messed up a name here. Let's say instead of legs, you have leg here. And if we run it again, we will get, okay, it's saying error fetching data from API, and it did not work. I think this is previous success. You know what? Let's try again. Yeah, that's misleading. Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. But anyways, we okay, let's, oh, I think it's a different success. Oh, okay, it's, oh, you need to place this. Hey, that's pretty good. We found you only do stuff if we get the error. So if we run it again, we will just get the error. Pretty cool, right? Okay, now we have the data. So we need to place this data inside the table view. Let's close this guy. We also don't need this. So we will need two protocols. So it's going to be table delegate and tab data source, and we will do the standard stuff. So table view dot delegate is equal to self, and table view dot data source is equal to self as well. And we need two functions to conform to the protocol. One is rows, number of rows in section, and we will have self for row at index path. So for rows, we will just return heroes.count. That we need that many rows, and here we will say let's cell equal to UITableView cell, and style is going to be subtitle, reuse identifier nil, and let's say cell dot text label dot text. Let's do this. Let hero equal to heroes array, and we will have index path dot row right here, and yep, looks good. And here we will say hero dot localized name dot capitalized, and just return the cell, and it should work fine. Build succeeded. And we need to fix the leg thing. So one more shortcut for you guys: Command Shift O to quickly search for the file, and you can go there as well. So let's make it S and run the project again, and we see, okay, we need to do one more thing. So we are still getting the data, and our table view is working fine, but we need to reload the table view once data is fetched. So we'll say table view dot reload data, and it will yell for self. So I'll just add it, and let's run again. Should work this time. Okay, we see all this stuff here. Let's also add sub label. So cell dot sub, so I think it's okay, it's detail text label dot text hero dot let's say primary attribute, whatever you like. Okay, and let's run it again, and this time you will see subtext, but we are still not able to click and go to the next view controller. So let's work on that next. Let's first go to hero view controller and remove all this unnecessary stuff, and we need a hero, and this is going to be of type hero stat and question mark. And here we will just do name label dot text hero dot localized name. We will have attribute label dot text hero dot primary attribute, and we will have attack label dot text equal to hero dot attack type. And for legs, so if you remember, legs were numbers, so we need to use string interpolation, and here we will say hero dot legs, and after this we need to like force unwrap it because it will still be an optional. And okay, this is good, and we will work on the image part next once we hook this up. So let's go to view controller. Let's do Command Shift O, and we will go to view controller. First we need to make sure we select the cell. So the way we do selection is we use the function did select row at index path, and this is going to be, so we will say prepare for segue, and this is going to be hero stat. Just a second. So okay, my bad. So here we are going to say perform segue with identifier. Now this identifier comes from main, and this guy here, okay, right here, this is used to identify the name. So here we will say okay, right here, why does not it recognize my selection? Okay, right here. So it so you just copy it from here, the identifier under storyboard segue, and we will close this guy here. Okay, close this and go to view controller, and we will say string, paste it here, and sender will be self. And okay, this will perform the segue, but we need a way to pass the data, right? How does the next screen know what data to load, right? So for that we will do prepare, and here we will say if let destination is equal to segue dot destination, and we'll downcast it as hero view controller, and we'll say destination dot hero equal to, so heroes array, and we'll use table view dot index path for selected row dot row, and instead of question mark we will force unwrap it because we know it exists. And let's run the app and see how it looks. So app is loaded, and we can click here and we can see all the data right here. So end time age, agility, melee, and you can confirm like from here, like okay, it's AGI melee, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and download the image and put it right here. Okay, so for that we will go to Command Shift O, hero view controller, and we need to do some stuff here. So for downloading the image we will be using this guy here, and a link will be in the description below. And this is a really solid solution by Leo Dabis. Thank you, Leo, for the solution. So just copy it from here, and the link will be in the description, so you can just go there, go to Stack Overflow and copy it from there. And I'll just put it above class hero view controller, and just do command save for once. Next, what we will be doing is, so that's basically an extension to UITableView, and if you see here, our hero image is of type UITableView. So what we can do now is we can say hero image dot download, and we need to make the string, right? So I told you earlier that image is actually a path. So the way this image will work is you copy this guy here and paste it right here, right? That's how images are going to work. So we need to get we need a way to give base URL basically. So we'll go back to the code, and here we'll say let URL let's say image URL equal to, and we will have this. So this is going to be your base URL, and we will say hero.image, and this is the image guy, and here we will just say image URL. And if we run the app, okay, it's going to yell, oops, sorry, and we will just force unwrap it, and it should work this time. So build succeeded. And if we click here, okay, no more image. What happened? Okay, let's try to make this guy here URL, and we will say image URL, and let's run the app again, and hopefully it works this time. It should work. Okay, this is that's the problem. We don't need that, because okay, you know what, we can just go here and we can print, and I can show you what's the error. So we can do this, and if we run again, let's change this guy over here to image URL, and okay, let's run it, and these are going to be all the URLs here. Okay, no, we need to go ahead and open one. Okay, this is the problem here, right? We have two slash, so we need to remove this guy over here so that it can go ahead and download the image. Okay, so right here, and now we see the image. Pretty cool stuff, right? Okay, so we are done with this video. If you like my video, don't forget to hit like, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below, and do consider subscribing for similar videos. I'll see you guys next time.